Good morning from Phantasialand. It's my second day at the park. It's going to be another beautiful day today. It's quite chilly at the moment, but it's going to warm up through the day. We've got a lot of rides to get on that I didn't do yesterday, but of course we're going to get back on the favourites like Taron behind me, Fly. It's going to be much busier today, so I'm trying to do as much as I can. There's a lot I need to do. I want to do a full day, an action-packed day, but you never know. Something can throw a spanner in the works. You don't know what's going to happen. I'll try my best to get everything done. You still got River Quest to do. You still got a lot of the Woos Town stuff like Windjers. You got the Pedalo ride. You got all sorts. But I'm going to start my day with Taron. No matter what day it is, what plan I've got, I'm always going to start my day with something I really like, and that's Taron today. I did Fly yesterday to start the day, but how can you not start the day with Taron? It's an intimate beauty. I don't care how many times I walk into this area, it always blows me away. Just look at that track. Just look at the area. You see Mystery Castle over there? I showed you this yesterday, but I can't get enough of it. It's much quieter now because I didn't come here first thing yesterday. I was hoping it was going to test or something so we could hear the second launch. This is one of my favourite photo opportunities right there. I'll try and put some off-road shots in if I can. Try not to fall down the stairs again. But I did plenty of off-road shots yesterday, so I'm just trying to get through as much as I can today from one ride to the other. I'll try and give my best reviews. Good as possible anyway, but yeah, some great areas to spot the trains. I love this spot here. The trains traverse over your head. But yeah, here's a pre-queue for Taron. Probably going to go for the main queue. It shouldn't be too long to start the day. Such a great queue line. I should have really walked through it yesterday, but Singerad it wasn't too long, so yeah, very atmospheric queue line. I wish you could walk around the launch a bit more. The queue line was around there. I wish it was like that, but that'd be the best of both worlds, really, wouldn't it? But yeah, we're not far from the station now. I think the queue is right out of Talocan. Not long before the queue opens, so it's about 10 to 10 now, I think. The last time I checked the watch. Or the clock, sorry. Yeah, such a great queue line. They have opened all the cowpen, but the famous green wall. I was kind of expecting this on this Saturday, so I did quickly note yesterday how it's improved a little bit, but you can still see a lot of the metal behind it. So this is going to be a long queue. May only get on it twice today. Yeah, it's pretty famous for being quite bad, but it's much better than it was before. So they've let a lot of it grow. Yeah. This is the part I don't like about Phantasialand. Taron's extended queue. It's such a shame they got it open, but yeah, let's get on board, shall we? It should be straight onto the station, maybe a few trains. Let's go. I'm here in the station for Reich in Talocan. Not where long at all, about 5 minutes and nearly there. The one thing I like about this station is these lights here, they go red when the train's out of the station and turn green when they come back in, or while they travel through back and forth. It's quite interesting. It's not entirely synced properly, but I do like that touch. It's nice and atmospheric. They're in a normal neutral colour now, which is nice to see, but I like how it does that. They could have just left it as neutral, but that's good. I love that. Nice touch. It's a very atmospheric station. The queue line's very good as you sit and interact with Taron quite a lot. There's a front line queue for this, but a front row, sorry, but I'm not going to wait for that. I want to get for as much as I can today. That is a great pair of rides in Club Time. I went straight on to ride there. Both walk, but they not walk on, it's about 5 minute way, but it's fantastic. It's short let out, don't get me wrong, but the backwards section's really intense around the turn. And I like how you got up into the building that request lifts in. So it all integrates so well. This is how they fit everything into the area. It's fantastic. Of course, I went on Taron beforehand. Absolutely amazing. Airtime's not too much. That's fantastic. I love the S-turns, the twists. Just the turns around the layout, the whole layout really. It doesn't need an inversion. It's perfect without it. Yes, we could do some with some more rider audio around the layout, but it's fantastic. And you love the noise, don't you? I've not got too many clips of the noise in the launch noise yet, LSMs. Even the first one makes quite a racket, but the second launch, it just gives you such a good feeling, especially when you're about to make that turn into it. And at night, I've seen videos of it at night where all the red lighting comes on. Absolutely fantastic. But now I'm straight on to another ride. One ride I'm not done yet on this trip, and this Mystery Castle. I like how these knights actually talk. You can see their helmets up there. Move every now and then and hear some noise coming out of it. It's quite nice. I didn't notice that many years ago. I've only done it a couple of times. It's going again. Oh, you can see it. You can see it moving. Yeah, that's a really nice touch. I do like that. There's a great theme. The horror theme, this is an interim drop out. You all face it inwards. You're on different sides of the wall. It kind of reminds me of Subterra, but a totally different ride, but how you're sitting towards the centre. Apparently there's two different settings on this, alright, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, it can be a misery setting or a mystery setting, as some people have said in the past. So I look forward to getting back on it. Hopefully it's a long cycle. I do like a good drop tower, especially the enclosed ones. They can be very thematic, very immersive. Yeah, I don't know how long the queue is, didn't check. You could also see the chandelier moving as well there, every now and then. See it? There you go. That's a really nice touch. It makes it slightly interactive, which is nice. Yeah, there's all very spooky. I do love a spooky themed ride. Of course, we've got Alton Towers back home. That's primarily spooky. That's like I wouldn't say horror theme. It's mainly a dark theme part. You get a lot of that in Phantasialand. It's a bit more jolly here and there. Of course, you've got different themed areas. So. Yeah, I do like a good spooky ride. If I remember rightly, they might have lightning in this one, in the drop tower sequence. I could be totally wrong, just trying to think about what the exchange was like last time. Very spooky. Flickering candles. And here's a close-up of that chandelier. I say chandelier, you know what I mean. And this room's got a very distinct smell as well. So they've got smell pods. I love it when attractions use smell pods. This is a great theme queue that I've got so far. I can't remember a lot of it. It must have been a walk-on when that last rode it 6 years ago. Very good. Very thematic experience. Phantasialand know what they're doing when it comes to that. I don't expect anything less really. Look at this, just very nice. I just love it, especially when the queue's not moving too much. It's always something to look at, loads of different small details. Even the flickering lights. Yeah, all good. The queue's not moving too quick, but it's quick enough. It's only about 10:30, so we're on our third ride of the day. Lovely. So I just waited 40 minutes for Mystery Castle. It's only running 2 of 6 towers, which maybe that explains why it was moving so slowly the queue line, but 40 minutes is not, I suppose it's a bit too long for that setting. Yeah, I could have had the longest setting on there, but it's alright. It does shoot you up to the top, but then you get a really big drop as well of just like pause. And then a few bits up and down bits. There's not. I wish there was a bit more of a push the second time you go up, but yeah, because that drops really good. And that initial launch up the top is fantastic. Just got off the ride anyway. Fantastic theme in queue line as usual in these rides at Phantasialand. And there's this garden as you exit the ride. Nice and relaxing. Not too many people down here. It's obviously a ride access area to get to the ride for maintenance. Yeah, not too much going on there. You do have a bit of blue lighting in here and there. I remember it being better last time. Yeah, I just wish there was a longer setting, but they can't do that, can they, today? 4 of the towers are out of service, which is a shame, because that, like I said, that launch to the top, and then that slight pause, then that drop is the highlight of that ride. I was thinking maybe the theme it is, but combine that with that is a great ride, and that's without a longer setting. That's the misery setting, and I still loved it, mainly because of how awesome that airtime it is on these drop towers. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really tall as well. I think it's approaching 200 feet. I'm not entirely sure. Could be totally wrong. But next ride, straight to the next ride, everyone. River Quest. I think that's Rake, the drop on Rake, and I think the drop on the lift somewhere in the building there. The entrance to River Quest is down here. You've got all these rides in the mystery area. Talocan is technically part of the mystery area as well. Same with Mystery Castle. So I look forward to getting back on this one. It's probably going to be a long queue. It's not the warmest it could be yet. I'll give it a few hours, but it's probably warm enough to want a nice refreshing cool down. I'm expecting an hour. I'm just going to guess. Here's the entrance. Right next to Chinatown, actually. Chinatown, because they don't have much space, do they? So it's from one area to the next. They do very well with the transitions. If you know me in previous vlogs, I like to mention transitions between the areas. They do it very well here. It's part of the indoor bit. I do love a good rapid. This is one of my favourites. I do remember the drop. You do get soaked on it. I skip over these chains. Sometimes I walk around them, but why waste time? Oh, nearly tripped over. Yeah, then there's another indoor bit. It goes all the way around the queue here. I know they got a lift, and they got like you go up the lift, and then you got like a bit around the top of the layout. It sort of reminds me of Cardi River Rapids, that sort of thing. Not the theme, but when you get to the top, it's like a general bit of the ride, if you know what I mean. But yeah, the theme is so well integrated. Most of the time you can't see any queue line from outside the rides. I still can't get over how small this park is. There's 4 rides within this small area. Yeah, I just can't wait to get on this. It's definitely warm enough to enjoy a water ride. And one of the best in the world, that is. River Quest. Look how clean that water is. Absolutely amazing. I love it when a park looks after their rides. It may be expensive to maintain having clean water, but yeah, I absolutely love it. It smells fresh as well. It doesn't smell mucky. Really good, nice and fresh, especially if you get really wet on the ride. You want it to be clean. You don't want mucky water and fall all over you, do you? But yeah, I don't think we're that far away from the station. There's the station there. And I think you go down the stairs there, I'm not entirely sure. Then you got a bit of the ride there, then you got one drop. There's a drop there, and I think I'm not sure where the lift is. I think the lift is around there somewhere. It's just so tightly packed, isn't it? All the buildings in the area. I love it. Yeah. Running quite a lot of boats. Queues moving pretty quickly, but the operations have been fantastic so far, apart from Mystery Castle, which it's understandable really. They're only on 2 towers, so yeah. Other than that, it's been pretty good. That's really fun, that is. It's a short ride, and you do get quite wet, but one thing I noticed on that ride, River Quest, is a couple of the drops are not very smooth, are they? You get halfway down it, and it's like a little jolt, so it's kind of uncomfortable. You're thrust forward and to the side in the seats. There's no seat belts on that, so you are moved about a lot. And the queue, surprisingly, moved pretty quick. I was only in a 15-minute line. You'd think when you enter the queue it'd be much longer, but it's not. it is warm enough for it, but I can understand why people don't go on it. It's still a slight chill every now and then with the breeze, but it's definitely warm enough for me anyway, personally. So yeah, I love getting back on it. I wouldn't say it was world class or as good as I said just before I got on the ride, but it's still a solid flat ride. It's still a solid water ride, raft ride. We've got a few drops. It's got the whirlpool section at the top, which I really like. I just wish there was a bit more audio around the ride. I mean a lot more audio. And there'd be a bit more of a complete package, and I wish those drops weren't so sharp, so jolty halfway down. But other than that, you get wet on it. It's nothing like Popeyes at a Universal Islands of Adventure. That gets you soaked. I wish you went under some more effects here which didn't stop, but I'm trying not to complain too much. It's a really solid ride, River Quest. I'm glad I got on it, and it was only a 15-minute wait. Because River Quest is right next to Chinatown, I thought I may as well explore this area. Not actually been through here on this trip so far. I have walked straight past it. It's got some lovely thematic music. It just fits in with the area. They do such a good job of it. I love the planting as well. It's beautiful planting. It's not a very dirty park. Not every park is going to be perfect in that regard. It's just, look at these statues. It's very on point, isn't it? I think that's one of the restaurants there. Is it Monshu? Oh, I'm not very good with pronunciations. It's just, there's a couple of rides I want to do in here. You've got the Ghost Train and the Forget of a Madhouse, Vengju Palace. I don't think I've ever done that, to be honest. I don't think I've done either of them. So I do love a good Forget of a Madhouse. So I think this is a shop here. Nothing to my liking probably. I may have a look later if I got time. Oh, look at this. You've got some characters out. I have seen a lot of characters, especially in the Mexico area, around that area too. Oh, look at that. Hello. That's awesome. Oh, I have noticed that other people saying that a lot of the characters are out recently at Phantasialand. It's just nice to be in this park. I do it a lot, especially at parks like this, just walking around taking in the atmosphere. And it's not as busy as I thought it was. It's busy. Don't get me wrong, it's busy enough. I'm not going to let that ruin my fun. 4 rides already. And yeah, the longest I waited for Mystery Castle actually. I think that was 40 minutes I waited for that. I can't believe River Quest is only 15 minutes. It just shows how good the operations are. The boats continue going around. I like as well, I forgot to mention on my review, I love the boats, how they're bat wings around the edge of the boat, and I love how the middle, the handle like fluctuates, it moves, it's not solid. And water comes out of the middle because the people are looking at that, getting surprised. It's really good. Yeah, more. You can get some crepes over there. And here's Vengju Palace. I'm not sure where the Ghost Train is. I think it's Geisha. So I'll have to look after I get off this ride, but I'm hoping this is better than the one at Legoland Windsor, which I've done recently. But let's just say the facade looks much better. Madhouses are always so much fun, aren't they? The forces, they really trick you, no matter how many times you go on them. Yeah, it always tricks you. I love seeing people's first reactions to these rides. I'm just hoping the queue line lives up to the exterior. I'm not sure what the queue time is. I don't think that time board's working. I have noticed a couple of them have not been working. But yeah, this is the queue line. I've not been in here before, I don't think. Looks beautiful. I have the same problem with that madhouse as I do with every other one. The queue line's great, and that's the good bit. It's fantastic, and you got the screen in front of you doing the fight sequence, and it like projects something towards you. It's like this blue effect at each corner of the room. You have a statue that it projects towards. I like that effect. I like how it's a sequence for each one, but it does get drawn out a bit. I think it could be shorter, but I still like the effect. It's still really good. I love the lights around the edge of the room. If they go all red, they actually move as well. The statues actually move when it's their turn in the sequence. Yeah, that was fantastic. But the ride experience itself is a bit lackluster, like all Vekoma madhouses. It moves, and you get that effect, but it's the central part. There's no real lights on the table. The music kind of makes up for it a little bit, and the lights on the exterior, like the multicoloured lights, but overall, I'm not a massive fan. It's a pretty solid ride. I'd probably do it again if it was a queue like it was just now. It was only a 5-minute wait, straight into that pre-show. Yeah, but over to Ghost Rickshaw, I was about to say something else, but the ghost train on the other side of Chinatown. This is such a stunning area of the park. Beautiful sunshine, perfect temperature for someone like me, a typical Brit. Yeah, Mexico's at the other side of Chinatown here. This is where the ghost train is. I've not done a ghost train in a long time. But look at this statue. I need to get a picture of that when I get off. And it's only a 5-minute wait. I'll take that. Oh, it's spooky. Oh, don't walk into the walls. Oh, wow. Got little windows here with some theming in. This is not familiar at all. I think this is brand new for me anyway. I really like this. It's very atmospheric. You've got to be careful though. Can't really see anything but your feet. It looks like it's a walk-on. Well, 5 minutes suggests it's a walk-on. I think this is an Omni mover, if I remember correctly from my research. I do like the Omni mover system. Other Omni movers I've done, like Haunted Mansion, they can be quite unreliable. They do stop, but it doesn't really ruin it. Normally they're quite atmospheric. And if this is, oh yeah, it looks exactly, it's the same ride vehicle, it's just slightly different to Haunted Mansion. I'm hoping it's got the same vibe though. But this queue line so far is absolutely amazing. Very atmospheric, like every ride I've been on. No matter what the ride experience is like, the queue lines have been stunning. And this bit as well, look at this, look at the trees. Look at the twisted trunks. That's so cool. I'm getting so much done today. It's fairly busy, like I said, but it's not too busy that it's going to ruin the fun. At least I don't have to wait in this. Yeah, look at all the lights. The lighting's so amazing at this park. They fall everything really. So there's always something to look at. incredible it is. As you saw the queue lines, absolutely fantastic. Probably can't see my face now, there's so much sunshine, it's ridiculous, but I'm not going to complain too much. So that's really good. It's got a mixture of Haunted Mansion and its own twist on it. Obviously got all the Chinese theme in that you would typically expect from a ride like that. But also there's a ship in there somewhere as well. I can't remember how far in it was, but that reminds you of Pirates of the Caribbean. So they've got a mixture of different rides that I'm used to. Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion with like the skeleton, and then you have the Chinese characters. It's really good actually. But yeah, I really like that. It's much better than the ride beforehand. I did enjoy Fengdu Palace, but that ghost train with the Omni-Movie system just works so well that, yeah, I do love a good ghost train. And when theming's done well like that, the animatronics as well, you got a big ogre at the end on the wires, on the ropes. I don't know what they're doing to him, but they're doing something. And then you got a couple of other big animatronics around the room. They're not that advanced, but they're really good. It's pretty solid. It's a ghost train, it's an Omni-Mover, so it's not the newest of rides. But it's alright. It was only a 5-minute queue. I wouldn't wait any longer than say half an hour, but it's alright. On to the next ride. You saw this yesterday in yesterday's vlog. It's a shame that they still get behind the ride itself, but it's alright. It says half an hour on the queue board. I find them so useful. They're all over the park as well. So, half an hour, that's not too bad. Still got about 5.5 hours to go, so plenty of time to do the rest of the park. And I think Windjazz, when I last checked, was 45 minutes for each version. Got some trick track elements on those mirror spinners, so yeah, I look forward to those over in Woostown. That's so much fun. That's my third ride on Colorado Adventure in these 2 days. It's absolutely amazing. It's not even that smooth. It's a bit rally, a bit shaky, but yeah. But it's not rough. That's the important thing. It's not rough. You want the mine train not to be gloss smooth, and I absolutely love the interaction. You know my thoughts on that from yesterday's vlog. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I had so much fun on that ride. I've never had so much fun on the Vekoma mine train in my life. I was actually laughing in a couple of spots. Yeah, it's so good. Smile on your face. I don't normally get that on the Vekoma mine train, or any mine train for that matter. Yeah, I'm on my way over to Chiapas now in the Mexico area. That of course was in the Mexico area as well, so walking down a new path for me. I wonder what Chiapas is on. It's quite warm. It's not the middle of the afternoon yet, but just look at the blue sky. There's so much blue sky. Here we go. Doesn't actually have the wait times on this one, but it still tells you what's in each area in English and in German, of course. Yeah, let's make our way over to Chiapas. We've got to get at least 2 rides on this beauty. And one thing, if you want to know when the boat's going to come over, there's a small rush of water that goes down. That's how you know the boat's quite close. So yeah, let's wait for it to drop. So it's 85 minutes of just sitting. I'm going to go into the queue to start with anyway. You can't quite see that because of the glare, but I'm going to go into the queue to start with. If the vibe fills off, then I'll exit the queue. No big deal, we can always walk back. Yeah, but I'm wondering if it's on full capacity. I did see a few empty boats, so maybe not. Like yesterday, it wasn't running that well in terms of operations, so yeah, it looks like a big queue, so yeah, we might have a long wait for this one. Yeah. Oh, look at all this. There's the backward section right there, and the turntable on the right, then up that lift hill there. Yeah, it's going to be a long way. Well, that was a great ride. Got around the final bend here, just about to get into the station, and it stopped. Complete stop. I was in this boat here. We were the last boat approaching the station, so I'm guessing all the others behind us are stuck on lifts or in the other sections, maybe the turntables. Yeah, we got given a single fast pass, but I'll show you in a second. But yeah, we were stuck here for maybe, let me have a look while you look at the boat. Yeah, bear with me 1 second. Yeah, we're stuck in that boat probably for about 25 minutes. And they had to bring some sort of machine, open the gate down the end here. And then we had to get out of our, we had to unlock the restraints manually with our machine. We had to walk all along here without slipping into the water. Yeah, so after about 25 minutes we got evac off Chiapas. Pretty interesting, but I would rather have got off the ride sooner, but there's a group here. There's a couple of groups here that can't get off. Maybe they can get on the ledge there, I'm not sure, but yeah, certainly an interesting situation. It's not ruined the day, because I'm always intrigued how that sort of thing works. But yeah, these are quite slippy. And you have to get over that gap there, so yeah, it's interesting getting an eat back from Chiapas. Other than that, it was a great ride. We've still got plenty of time to get about 2 3/4 hours, so yeah, fantastic ride. I might go over on Talocan now, I'm not sure yet. Because of that wasted time there, I might not have time for it. So after trying Toxicator at Alton Towers recently, I thought I'd give Talocan a go. Not ridden this in many years. This is very intense if I remember it correctly, and it's only on a 5-minute wait. Hello! Very nice start, I love it. Especially in the Mexico and deep in Africa areas, they're very nice. Yeah, only 5 minutes. Now, I think this is the queue. I don't think they've done the queue properly here, but try not to trip over the road. Yeah, we'll get some better off-road shots in a minute. But yeah, I want to see how it compares really. I much prefer the theming on this one, less industrial. It seems less prone to go wrong in places. Oh, look at that. And like I said, I'll get a better view from up the top there in a minute. Yeah, I can't wait to get on board this. That is so much more intense than Toxicator. That is absolutely incredible. I'm not eating or drinking much today. Well, I have drinking a bit of water, but even then I didn't feel too bad getting off that, even though it's much more intense than Toxicator. Yeah, it's just so good. You got the music, you got the flames, it's a long cycle. It wasn't a long wait, it was about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, so it wasn't 5 minutes. But yeah, I didn't have to wait too long. I much prefer it. It's got better theming, better storyline, better area, better theming of course. It's a big spectacle really for all the people, and I just love how intense it is. I'm not normally an intense person, for intense ride, sorry. But I just love the intensity. It's so vigorous, it's so at you, it attacks you basically. It's so much quicker, the spinning, than Toxicator. I love Toxicator, don't get me wrong, but that feels like it could go wrong quite quickly in terms of theming. It's always been graffiti, doesn't it? This one is integrated into Mexico much better. I much prefer this one, but they're still both great rides. And here we are back on Kaiserplatz Square. You got Wellington Plug here. I've never actually done this. I think they look quite fun, don't they? I'm always a bit it's a bit sketchy that they're all held by chains. I get it, it is safe, but it's like those starflies. I'm very hesitant to even approach one of those, let alone get on it. Yeah, this looks like a fun ride. It's great to watch. It's like Talocan, and a lot of people like watching this one right down the centre. And you got Berlin, the rest of Berlin down there. We have got a fun house here. I'm not sure I've got enough time for it yet. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, it's lovely being back in this part of the park. I can't believe how good that Talocan was. It's just so good. I love hush top spins. You would think, if you're not really into like really intense rides, you can put up with intense moments, but if you're not into ones like that, which are full on, like you wouldn't think you'd enjoy that, but I am for some reason, even though I thought I wouldn't. It's kind of confusing really, I don't know how to describe it. Because I've never spun so quick, it's probably about 3 times as quick as Toxicator, it feels like that anyway. Probably exaggerating. I'm probably going to give Marcel Chocolate a miss because of that delay on Chiapas. It's giving me a little bit less time to get what I wanted to do. So I'll miss that out. If you want to hear my review on that, check out the day 1 vlog. And yeah, I did get a fast pass, or a quick pass as they call it here, for a ride when I got off Chiapas because of the evac, so I'm going to go and use that on Windchas. And I know they got a pedal out ride that I really want to try as well, to have a little relaxation. So yeah, the first time over to Woos Town, or Fantasy area as you might want to call it. I remember last time I was here, the ice cream was absolutely delicious. Italian ice cream. I think it's something like €2 the last time I was here. And also, I've not gone in the merch shop yet. You're not missing much. You have got like basic shirts for Talocan and Taron, but it's not really that special. You're not really missing out on merch here. That's something I really wish they did better. But yeah, a bit of construction going on here. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe I'll find out when I get home. Yeah, interesting. Actually, I do remember getting something to eat there many years ago. I mean, my first visit was in 2016. That was a long time ago. And then behind that wall, you'll never guess, it's Rugburg. I'm joking. Of course it is. Yeah. I like it when parks do that after construction walls. Just decorate it a little bit. Yeah, it's nice being back in this park. You got loads of family flats. Yeah, oh, I smell food. That might be the same place actually. I'm not too sure. Yeah, we're going to make our way over to Windchas. I'm not sure which one I can't speak. You know what I'm about to say. I don't know which one I want to do really. Fear or Force. I'm not sure. Yeah, look at the exterior of the building. It's just huge. And if I'm being honest, I have no idea which is better from memory, so yeah. There's still more to talk about really. Aurora has been introduced to the park over at Woos Town in the fantasy area. It's like a big children's area really, like a massive fantasy one. So if I have a bit of time, I'll go and have a quick look. But yeah, let's go to whatever that says. Woos Town. Missing the W. Yeah, let's go in there. I'm not even going to bother looking at those because there's no point. I have a fast track. So I managed to get on Windchas Theatre using Quick Pass, only a few minutes away, so that was brilliant. Straight on. I love the look of the cars, they're absolutely amazing. I wish I could give you a quicker look, but I needed to get ready to get on, so yeah, that's that. I got on after a quick wait, and then the first element for me, I don't know if it's on the same side, on theatre you start off with a vertical lift, and then you tilt forward, then you go down a really big drop. It's such a great feeling, arms up, it's just amazing. And loads of sweeping turns, then you got the traditional wild mouse element, but on modern spinner. I say modern, but it's modern. Yeah, those elements are all great, but the ones I really like, near the end, like the last third of the ride, last quarter, is you get to the end, you hit a block, then you tilt forward, then down, do a few more turns. You're in the dark, so you don't really know what you're doing. Then one thing I wasn't expecting was the little sudden bounce track just before the final turn in the station. I love that, absolutely amazing. I love when rides are unique. I really wish I could do Force, but I need to do something else now, so maybe have time at the end of the day, I have no idea, but that was absolutely amazing. Again, I wish there was audio around the top of that ride when you're in the main building, but yeah, fantastic fun that is. I gotta say, I love the name of Voltraz. It's a lovely name, isn't it? I wish the sign wasn't so cheap looking. That's the one thing I'm not a massive fan of. Children's play area or not, I'm not a massive fan of that. But look at this. They should do an adults version. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. That's for the children. But yeah, looks really good. You got a slide there. Can it some climbing nets? Is there? I don't know. I'm not so sure. I can't see too far at the top. There's some paddle boards or something you walk across. I'm not entirely sure. But that slide looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, it looks really nice and fresh. Having something like this here, that's what they need. They need something for everybody. And something I'm also going to get with this, I was planning on getting the credit, what was crazy about it. I'm not a massive fan of being in the dark, so, and coasters. As far as I'm aware, Temple of the Nighthawk, and it's basically the same coaster, so they are the same coaster, just refitted or renamed, so, and I've never got that credit, so I'm going to give it a miss because it's got theatre, even though that's not the right ride, but you know I'm in. It's in this area. Yeah, I'm going to go over to the pedalers now. And here we are, our Wassertrotter. I'm not going to try and pronounce that in German. As you know, I butcher stuff like that, so I'm not sure if I'll go with this or not. Do I save some time? Go over on Taron and fly? I've only got an hour and a half left, so I'm not sure I'm going to risk it actually. It's quite a wait. Considering it's taken a long time, so I'm not going to bother. I would have loved to have done that, to have a nice relaxing time, but yeah, I'll make more effort to Taron and fly, fit those in. If I had a third day, that would be happening, but you got to prioritise the things you want to do the most. Yeah, we used to, I feel like if you do an upgrade at the top of the building, when you go down on the top of the Windjazz rides, it's quite dirty and quite mucky. Yeah, I get it, you're not going to really sit unless you're on ride, but yeah, not good luck, but no part's going to be perfect. Even Phantasialand is not going to be perfect. So yeah, let's make our way over to Talocan. Normally I'd finish on Taron, but I've done that plenty of times before on previous years, so I'm going to finish on Fly, I think, on this trip. I've only done 2 rides on Fly this trip, so I think it's 2, yeah, and 3 or 4 on Taron, so over to Talocan. So it's just gone 5:30, and yeah, I'm not going to be able to get on Fly again. I have had a couple of rides, and that was yesterday. That was my fresh experience on the ride. I absolutely loved it, but yeah, just got off Taron, about 40 minutes in single rider. Yes, you probably should have gone down the main queue, but sometimes I've been lucky on Taron before that the queue's not, I'm taking it ages to go down. So yeah, I'm back in Berlin. I'm just having a nice relaxing time. We've got about half an hour until the next shuttle at 6 o'clock, so yeah, I'm not going to go on any other small ride now. I'll just have a nice relaxing time. I've just missed the previous shuttle, so, and it was taking too many pictures in Talocan, so yeah, I would have loved to have gone on. You know my thoughts on that, I told you earlier, and also a lot of the food and drink places have a long queue. These last 2 days I've not been able to eat properly, so I do go to the Aldi afterwards, which is nice. So yeah, just going to have a nice relaxing time and then get a shot back to the hotel. I've had a great 2 days here at Phantasialand. Got on all my favourites, experienced the new land, Rookberg, we had Fly, I have all the different parts around it. Wish there was more attractions, but they're limited on space on there at Phantasialand. A small park. I have seen rumours about them expanding maybe, but I'm not so sure. They've got so much going on in the park. They've got Fly and Rookberg, they've got Taron and Talocan along with Rake. Then you've got all the food and drink spotted around. Then you've got Black Mamba in deep in Africa, Colorado Adventure, Chiapas, both in Mexico. Got all sorts going on around the park. It's all totally packed and done a fantastic job. I think Chiapas is one of the best examples of that, because it always seemed to be looking at a lift or like the trough or something when you're walking upstairs or something. It's really nice. And talking to Chiapas, I had an evac today, my first big evac off a ride. I've not really had a proper evac. I've stopped, broke down, and they continued, but I got off about 25 minutes stuck on the last 3 fast pass, used that on Windjazz, and jobs are good. And so yeah, I had a great 2 days, got on my favourites, and luckily got on Fly and Rookberg. I say luckily, I had 2 days to get it, so yeah, it's been an absolutely great 2 days. So have a great day, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.